You think Harvard students are smarter than you. They're not. They just know something you don't. A secret system that makes them unstoppable. And while they rise, you stay stuck. Do you really want to know why? Welcome, my friend. Today we begin a journey, not of exams or grades, but of real learning. English will not stay in books or apps. It will enter your daily life. And the secret comes from the world's top students, who learn with purpose. You've probably worked hard before. You've written notes, memorized rules, repeated words. Maybe you felt progress for a week, then forgot it all. That cycle is painful. You want fluency, but it feels distant, like a dream you cannot reach. The truth is simple. Most learners fail not because they lack discipline, but because they follow the wrong system. They study randomly, without focus or rhythm. But successful learners know a hidden rule. Results follow clear daily habits. Think of Harvard students. They are not always the smartest. Many are ordinary people, but they build extraordinary routines. They don't wait for motivation. They design it. They don't hope for memory. They train it. You can do the same. The first step is your morning. Why morning? Because your brain is fresh, unshaped, ready to absorb. If you waste it on scrolling, your focus weakens. But if you begin with clarity, your whole day shifts. English becomes part of who you are. So tomorrow, start like this. Before touching your phone, set one English goal. Just one. Maybe, I will learn 5 phrases. Or, I will speak for 10 minutes. This gives direction. And when your mind has direction, it gains strength. Next, move your body. Stretch, walk, breathe. It may sound simple, but it's powerful. When blood flows, your brain wakes up. Top learners never study with heavy, sleepy minds. They wake their system first, then feed it with language. Now, speak a sentence in English. Don't worry about mistakes. Just say it. Good morning, today I will study. Or, I feel tired, but I will grow. Your voice is a tool. Use it. The sound of English in your mouth is part of the learning. Then, prepare your space. Clear the desk. Remove noise. Keep only what you need: a pen, a notebook, one resource. A clean environment is not decoration. It is brain training. Your focus copies the order it sees around you. This entire ritual takes 10 minutes. Yet it changes everything. You start with command, not chaos. You build rhythm. You give your mind a signal. Today, English is alive. Small steps create momentum, and momentum carries you forward. Remember, fluency isn't magic. It isn't luck. It is daily practice shaped into habit. Your morning routine is proof. By repeating it, you train discipline, focus, and energy. With time, those invisible skills build visible progress. And so, the day begins. You are ready, your mind awake, your space clear, your voice alive. But one question remains. When you finally sit down to study, how do you make those minutes truly powerful? The answer is focus. You now begin your study session. Most learners open a book or video, but their mind is scattered. They think of messages, deadlines, noise. Minutes pass, yet nothing sticks. The secret is not studying more. The secret is studying deeper. Harvard students protect their focus. They use something simple but powerful, the deep focus block. One task, one goal, one period of time. No distractions, no switching. This method makes an hour worth more than most people's whole day. Start by choosing one clear task. Not study English. That's too vague. Instead say, I will read one article and explain it. Or, I will listen to a podcast and write 10 phrases. Your brain loves clarity. Clarity builds commitment. Next, set a timer. It can be 25 minutes or 40. The number matters less than the rule: no interruption. During this block, your phone is away, your tabs are closed. You and your task are the only things that exist in the world. Before the timer begins, prepare. Sit upright. Breathe deeply. Whisper, "Now I focus." This tiny ritual changes your state. Your brain understands that this moment is serious. It leaves behind distraction and prepares to dive into learning. As the minutes pass, you may feel restless. That's normal. Don't escape. Stay with the task. Each second you resist distraction, you strengthen mental muscles. Fluency is not only about words. It is about training the mind to stay. When the timer ends, stop. Do not push beyond your limit. Instead, stand up. Walk. Drink water. Stretch. These breaks are not wasted time. They are part of learning. Your brain needs space to absorb before you begin the next block. But here is the most important step: output. Don't just absorb. Express. If you listened, now speak. If you read, now explain. If you learn new words, now use them in sentences. This is how you turn knowledge into skill. Even if your sentences are broken, say them. Even if grammar is wrong, use it. The goal is not perfection. It is flow. Mistakes are not failures. They are bridges. Each mistake is proof that your brain is building faster connections. Repeat this process daily. One goal, one block, one output. With time, your focus strengthens. You remember more. You freeze less. You speak faster. And you discover something new. English is no longer study. It is becoming part of you. This deep focus habit is the engine of progress. 10 distracted hours cannot equal one block of pure attention. And when you multiply this block across weeks and months, you create momentum that feels unstoppable. The question now is simple. Must English only live inside these sessions? Or can it follow you everywhere? In your kitchen, on the street, even inside your thoughts? If you want real fluency, the answer is clear. It must live with you. Fluency does not grow only during study blocks. It grows in every hour, every corner of your day. Most learners stop once the lesson ends. But top learners carry English with them. They don't just study English. They live inside it. How? Through immersion. Not moving abroad, not traveling, but transforming your environment. You create an English world around you, even while staying home. Your kitchen, your bus ride, your morning walk, all can become classrooms. Begin with listening. Play English while cooking, cleaning, or walking. It can be a podcast, a vlog, or even simple stories. You don't need to understand everything. Your brain absorbs rhythm, tone, and structure just by hearing it. At first, it feels passive. You think, "I'm not learning." But this is how babies learn. Endless listening before speaking. Slowly, your ears adapt. You stop fighting the speed. You start catching words, then phrases, then whole ideas. Repetition is your ally. Listen to the same clip many times. The first round, just hear. The second, notice words. The third, repeat out loud. Each round makes the language clearer. Familiarity turns fear into comfort, then into skill. Now add speaking to your daily actions. While cooking, say, "I'm cutting vegetables." While walking, "The sun is bright today." While cleaning, "I'm folding my clothes." These small sentences connect English directly to your life. This practice is called contextual learning. You're not memorizing lists. You're tying language to action. And the brain loves context. It remembers faster when words live inside real moments instead of floating alone on a page. If speaking aloud feels strange, whisper. If whispering feels unsafe, think in English. Replace your inner voice. "I'm hungry. I need water. I should call my friend." Each thought is a practice. Silent practice is still powerful practice. The goal is simple. Replace empty time with English time. Don't add pressure. Don't add stress. Just let English exist around you. These small moments may seem weak, but repeated daily, they build a second home for your fluency. 1 hour a day is enough. Choose a routine time: morning walk, bus ride, cooking dinner. Make it your English hour. Repeat it every day. This steady rhythm shapes the brain. What is regular becomes automatic, and automatic becomes natural. Soon you'll notice a shift. Words come faster. Sentences flow without force. You don't plan, you react. This is fluency growing quietly in the background, powered not by extra hours, but by smart use of ordinary moments. And yet, there is still a deeper step. Because even with listening, even with speaking, fluency will stay fragile if your thoughts remain in your old language. The mind must change. True fluency begins in silence, inside your head. Your thoughts are the hidden battlefield. You may study daily, listen often, even speak aloud. But if your inner voice stays in your first language, English will always feel borrowed. Fluency begins not with the tongue, but with the mind. Think about it. Every day, you speak silently to yourself thousands of times. I'm late. I'm hungry. I should finish this. That voice shapes your habits, your feelings, your identity. If you change that voice into English, you change everything. At first, it feels slow. You search for words. Sentences break. Silence fills the gaps. But this silence is not failure. It is growth. Each pause is your brain building new pathways. With practice, those paths widen, and thought becomes flow. Start small. Choose 5 thoughts each morning. Force them into English. I'm still sleepy. The weather is cold. I need coffee. Today I'll practice. I feel ready. Repeat them every day until they appear naturally without effort. Then expand. During your day, catch yourself thinking in your first language. Stop. Translate it into English. It doesn't need to be perfect. Even broken English works. What matters is training the brain to choose English first, not second. This practice is powerful because it doesn't wait for study time. It doesn't need a notebook or internet. You carry it everywhere because your thoughts are always with you. Every silent moment becomes a chance for hidden practice. Over time, something remarkable happens. You notice you are no longer translating. Words appear by themselves. Sentences form without planning. English is no longer outside you. It is inside you, shaping your thoughts as naturally as your breath. This mental shift also builds confidence. When your brain already thinks in English, speaking feels easier. You're not pulling from memory. You're simply releasing what is already alive inside. Fear shrinks. Flow grows. Fluency feels possible. To strengthen this, write short notes to yourself in English. A list of tasks. A quick diary. A reminder on your phone. These small acts bring your private world closer to English. And the more private it becomes, the more natural it feels. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes in your head do not harm you. They train you. No one hears them, yet they shape your skill. Think wrongly 1,000 times, and your brain will still learn to think correctly. Repetition always wins. This is the secret top learners understand. English must not only be spoken, it must be lived. And to live it fully, it must guide your thoughts. Once your inner voice changes, you are no longer learning English. You are becoming English. But thinking alone is not enough. Language is also emotion, rhythm, human connection. To grow beyond practice, you must use English with real people. And that means facing the fear most learners avoid, opening your mouth in conversation. Speaking with yourself is safe. Speaking with others is not. That's why many learners stay silent. They know words, they understand sentences, but when a real person appears, fear takes control. The voice freezes. Fluency hides. Confidence breaks. But here's the truth. Fear never disappears by waiting. It disappears by using courage. Harvard students know this. They practice in groups, in clubs, in debates. They train their voice with others because growth requires friction, not comfort. You don't need a big stage. Start small. A short chat online. A hello to a stranger. A comment in English on a video. These tiny risks matter. Each one tells your brain, I can survive this. Confidence is built by collecting small wins. Think of mistakes differently. Most learners fear them, but in reality, mistakes are signs of movement. They are proof you're alive in the language. No one remembers your error, but you remember the courage you showed when you spoke anyway. One simple tool is the conversation shadow. Find a short video. Play it. Pause after each line. Repeat what you hear. Pretend you are speaking with that person. This is not just pronunciation training. It is rehearsal for real conversation. Another tool is role play. Imagine a scene, ordering food, asking for directions, meeting a new colleague. Speak both sides of the dialogue. At first it feels odd, but soon your brain accepts it as practice. Then, when real life arrives, you're ready. If possible, join language exchanges. There are thousands online. 30 minutes speaking your language, 30 minutes speaking English. It feels fair, equal, supportive. And in that safe space, you learn to push through hesitation. But even without partners, you can still train. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes about your day. Play it back. Listen for clarity, not perfection. Over weeks, you will hear your progress. Your old self will sound distant, weaker. What matters is rhythm. One small conversation daily, even with yourself, is better than one long session once a month. Fluency grows through regular sparks, not rare explosions. Keep it light, keep it frequent, keep it alive. Soon, real conversation will no longer feel like danger. It will feel like confirmation. All your mornings, your focus blocks, your self-talk, they connect in that moment. And when words flow with another person, you feel your growth become real. Remember, silence never builds fluency. Only sound does. Your voice is the bridge between learning and living. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Speak, stumble, laugh, repeat. Each word brings you closer to freedom. And once your voice begins to open, you will discover something greater than fluency. You will discover connection, the ability to share your ideas, your story, your heart. English then stops being a subject. It becomes a human bond. When you begin speaking more, a new problem appears. You realize you know many words, yet you forget them when you need them. They vanish at the exact moment you want to use them. This makes you doubt yourself, but it's normal. Memory is like a path in the forest. The more you walk it, the clearer it becomes. But if you touch a word only once, the path disappears. That's why random learning fails. Words enter for a moment, then vanish into silence. Top students know repetition is power, but not boring, mechanical repetition. They use smart repetition. They meet words again in new contexts, new sentences, new emotions. This variety makes the memory deeper and harder to erase. Here's a method you can use. When you meet a new word, don't just write it. Speak it. Create 3 sentences. Connect it to your life. If the word is chance, say, I have a chance today. I want a chance tomorrow. Don't waste your chance. Then, return to it the next day. Not all day, just for a minute. Use it again. Then again after 3 days. Then after 1 week. This rhythm is called spaced repetition. It tells your brain, this word matters, keep it alive. Another trick is grouping. Don't learn words alone. Learn them in families. If you study strong, add weak. If you learn by, add cell. Opposites and pairs give your memory anchors. The brain loves patterns more than lists. And use emotion. Words tied to feelings stay longer. If you laugh while using a phrase, you'll never forget it. If you link a word to a personal story, it becomes part of you. Dry memorization fades. Emotional connection remains. Writing also helps. Keep a small notebook. Each day, write 5 sentences with yesterday's words. Don't copy examples from the internet. Use your own life. Even if it feels silly, your brain remembers better when the content belongs to you. You can do this with speaking too. Record a short message daily, using yesterday's new phrases. It doesn't need to be long. 30 seconds is enough. Over time, your recordings will become a map of your progress, a diary of your fluency. This repetition builds confidence. The next time you meet the word in real conversation, it won't feel distant. It will rise quickly, ready to serve you. And when words appear naturally, you stop fearing silence. You start trusting your voice. Think of this practice like watering a plant. Not once, not twice, but regularly. Each return keeps the plant alive. Each use strengthens the roots. And one day, without noticing, the word is yours forever. It blooms when you need it most. By now, your mornings are strong, your focus is sharp, your day is alive with English, your voice is awake, and your memory is building. Piece by piece, fluency grows. But fluency is not only words. It is also balance, knowing what to keep and what to cut. Balance is the quiet secret of top learners. Many people try to learn everything. Every word, every rule, every video. But the more they collect, the heavier their mind becomes. Fluency is not about more. It is about choosing wisely. Imagine your attention as a garden. Each day you have only one bucket of water. If you pour it on weeds, the flowers die. If you spread it everywhere, nothing grows strong. But if you focus it, the right plants bloom beautifully. In learning, weeds are distractions. Endless scrolling, random videos, long arguments online. Flowers are priorities, the things that build your future. Health, skills, English, real relationships. Your bucket must feed them, not waste away. That's why top learners practice priority management. They know time is limited, so they spend it where growth is possible. They don't chase everything. They ask daily, does this serve my future? If the answer is no, they cut it. You can practice this too. Each morning, write 3 columns. First, things I say are important. Second, things I actually spend time on. Third, what needs to change. This simple exercise often opens eyes more than any lecture. Most people say health matters, but they eat poorly. They say family matters, but they scroll instead. They say English matters, but they spend hours watching in silence. When reality doesn't match values, life feels empty. Your power is in alignment. When your time matches your words, you feel clear. When your actions feed your goals, you feel alive. Even small steps matter. 10 minutes of English aligned with your dream is worth more than hours wasted. This is not about being busy. Busy is a trap. You can fill your day and achieve nothing. Productivity is not the same as progress. True progress is moving closer to the person you want to become, even by a single step. Ask yourself daily, if this were my last day, how would I spend it? What deserves my time? What does not? These questions cut through noise. They remind you that time is not endless. You don't need more hours. You need better hours. It helps to imagine attention points. Each day you have 100. Worry can spend 20. Social media can steal 15. Arguing can take 10. Soon, nothing is left for dreams. Control where your points go, and you control your future. This discipline feels strict at first, but soon it feels like freedom. You stop saying yes to everything. You stop drowning in obligations. You begin to protect your energy, your focus, your language. And that protection becomes power. Balance is not about perfection. It is about direction. Each choice is a design of your future. If you align your days with your deepest values, growth comes naturally. And with that alignment, English becomes not just a goal, but part of your life. Once you align your time, another challenge appears: energy. You may have hours to study, but if your mind is tired, those hours mean little. Fluency doesn't come from time alone. It comes from energy, attention, and emotional strength. Think of your brain as a battery. Every morning it starts charged, but each decision, each worry, each distraction drains it. By evening, the battery is empty. If you want to learn better, you must protect this battery like treasure. Top learners build rituals that charge, not drain. They sleep well, eat well, move daily. They avoid endless late-night scrolling. They respect rest as much as effort. Because rest is not weakness. Rest is where the brain stores memory. When you sleep, your brain reviews the day. It decides which information to keep and which to throw away. If sleep is poor, memory is weak. If sleep is strong, learning locks in. That's why Harvard students treat sleep as serious training. Food is energy too. Heavy sugar makes focus crash. Too much caffeine makes the mind restless. But water, fruit, protein, these feed attention. You don't need a perfect diet. You just need to avoid choices that poison your clarity. Movement is fuel. A 5-minute walk before studying increases focus more than an extra coffee. Oxygen flows. Stress falls. The brain lights up. That's why many top students move before big tasks. They know a tired body cannot carry a sharp mind. But energy is not only physical. It is also emotional. Negative people drain you. Constant comparison weakens you. Anger and gossip waste you. Protect your emotional world the same way you protect your notebook. Both decide your progress. Create a safe space for English. Listen to voices that inspire. Read words that lift. Speak with people who encourage. Avoid those who mock or discourage. Your environment is not neutral. It either charges your battery or breaks it. Notice your energy daily. Ask, what gives me strength? What steals it? Keep a simple list. More tea, less scrolling. More reading, less arguing. More speaking, less doubting. With time, you'll see that energy is a choice, not luck. When your battery is full, even short study works. 10 minutes of sharp focus beats an hour of tired distraction. And when you chain these strong moments together, fluency comes faster, with less frustration, with more joy. Energy discipline is the quiet difference between stuck learners and successful ones. Many think they lack ability, but in truth they lack energy. Protecting your strength is protecting your fluency. Your mind cannot shine if it is always drained. And once your energy is stable, you'll notice something powerful. English no longer feels heavy. It feels lighter, smoother, natural. Because a strong mind doesn't only study better, it enjoys better. And joy is the true fuel of growth. With energy protected, the next key is consistency. Many learners start strong, but stop quickly. They feel excited for a week, then life interrupts. Days pass, motivation fades, and soon English becomes another forgotten project on the shelf. Top learners know motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like weather. Discipline is different. Discipline is habit shaped by choice. It keeps you moving even when you don't feel like it. And in language, consistency is everything. Think of brushing your teeth. You don't wait for motivation. You do it daily because it's part of who you are. Fluency must become the same. A small routine, repeated again and again, matters more than rare big sessions of study. Start with a minimum routine. It can be as little as 15 minutes a day. One block of listening, one block of speaking, one habit of writing. Protect this time like an appointment. Make it non-negotiable, like eating or sleeping. Track your progress visibly. Use a notebook, a calendar, or a simple app. Mark each day you practice. The growing chain will motivate you. You'll see proof that you're building something real. Missing a day will feel like breaking momentum. But be flexible with method. Some days you may listen more. Some days you may speak more. The form can change. The commitment cannot. Consistency is about showing up, not about being perfect. Effort matters more than style. Avoid the trap of guilt. Many learners quit because they miss one day and feel they've failed. That is a lie. Failure is not missing a day. Failure is never returning. If you miss, just continue. Consistency forgives as long as you return. Create rituals that remind you. A sticky note on the mirror. A phrase whispered each morning. A set time with tea and a notebook. These signals tell your brain, it is time for English now. With repetition, the ritual becomes automatic. Celebrate small wins. After a week of practice, notice how much easier it feels. After a month, notice how much more you understand. Small celebrations keep the fire alive. You don't need to wait for fluency to feel progress. Consistency also builds identity. Each day you practice, you tell yourself, I am a learner. I am growing. This identity becomes stronger than fear or doubt. One day without English feels incomplete, just like skipping food or water. Think of language as a plant. It does not grow by pouring a river once a month. It grows by watering a little every day. Your effort is the water. Your patience is the sunlight. With both, growth is certain. With neither, it withers. And when consistency is alive, something magical happens. You stop asking, will I improve? You start asking, how far can I go? Doubt fades. Confidence rises. English stops being a question. It becomes a part of your life. Consistency builds strength, but strength without feedback can wander. Many learners practice daily, yet they repeat the same mistakes for years. They wonder why fluency feels far away. The missing piece is reflection, the art of learning from yourself. Top learners never just study. They review. After each session, they ask, what worked? What was hard? What do I need next? These simple questions sharpen focus. Without reflection, effort is random. With reflection, effort becomes precision. You can practice reflection with a learning journal. At the end of your session, write 3 short notes. First, what I did. Second, what I learned. Third, what I'll try tomorrow. This tiny habit turns practice into a guided journey. Recording your voice is another form of reflection. Speak for 2 minutes about your day. Save the file. Listen a week later. You will hear mistakes you missed, but you will also hear progress you forgot. Both are fuel for growth. Feedback from others is powerful too. Ask a friend or teacher. Can you understand me? Which part is unclear? Don't fear correction. Fear silence. Correction hurts for a moment, but silence keeps you stuck for years. Choose correction. Reflection is also about noticing patterns. Maybe you always forget articles. Maybe you always mix present and past. Once you notice, you can focus. Instead of trying to fix everything, you fix one small weakness at a time. Celebrate progress, too. Reflection is not only about errors. It's about wins. Notice when a phrase comes quickly. Notice when you understood without translation. These moments prove growth. Writing them down keeps your motivation alive. Think of reflection like a mirror. Without it, you cannot see yourself clearly. With it, you notice both the scars and the smile. Language learning is not just practice, it is self-discovery. Reflection makes the discovery visible. Harvard students are trained to review constantly. After lectures, they rewrite notes. After discussions, they summarize key points. They don't trust memory alone. They turn experience into lessons. That is why their learning compounds so fast. You can do the same. After watching a video, pause. Summarize in 3 lines. After reading, explain to yourself what you understood. Each review locks the lesson deeper. Without it, half of what you learn disappears within days. Reflection also builds gratitude. When you see how far you've come, you stop comparing to others. You realize your journey is unique. Each word you speak today was impossible once. Each step forward is proof of your persistence. And with reflection alive, your study becomes a circle, not a line. Each session feeds the next. Each mistake creates focus. Each win builds confidence. Step by step, you are no longer just practicing English. You are mastering yourself. Reflection sharpens growth, but there is another ingredient top learners use: curiosity. Many people study English like a chore. They repeat exercises with no emotion. But passion matters. Curiosity turns study from duty into discovery. Think of children. They don't learn by force. They learn because they're curious. They touch, they ask, they explore. Fluency comes faster when learning feels alive. If English feels heavy, you won't continue. If it feels fun, you won't stop. So feed your curiosity. Choose topics you love. If you enjoy cooking, watch recipes in English. If you like sports, follow interviews with athletes. If you love music, read lyrics and sing along. Your brain learns best when it cares. Curiosity also means asking questions. When you hear a new phrase, don't just memorize it. Ask, why did they use that word? What does it sound like in another situation? Curiosity makes memory deeper because discovery feels like reward. Top learners play with the language. They imitate accents. They exaggerate tones. They try jokes and word games. Play removes fear. Fear kills fluency. But when you play, mistakes become experiments, and experiments become growth. Another trick is storytelling. Instead of practicing isolated sentences, build stories. Use new words inside them. Yesterday I saw a dog. The dog was big. I ran. Simple stories feel small, but they glue vocabulary into memory with emotion. Curiosity loves novelty. Change your methods often. 1 week, listen more. Another week, write more. Next, try drawing vocabulary with pictures. The brain enjoys surprise. When you refresh methods, attention stays sharp and learning sticks. Even your mistakes can be fuel for curiosity. Instead of feeling shame, explore them. Ask, why was that wrong? How can I fix it? Each error becomes a clue, each correction a discovery. With this mindset, mistakes become teachers. Surround yourself with curious people. Join groups, chats, or classes where learners share enthusiasm. Curiosity is contagious. When others are excited, you absorb it. Energy flows between people, and learning accelerates in the shared space. Remember, curiosity doesn't mean chaos. It must live inside structure. Your rituals stay. Your focus blocks stay. But within them, curiosity colors the practice. Structure gives stability. Curiosity gives life. Together, they create balance. This balance changes your identity. You stop calling English a subject. You start calling it a hobby, a joy, a part of who you are. Once curiosity enters, practice is no longer forced. It becomes something you want, not something you fear. And when English becomes something you want, the journey transforms. You don't count hours. You don't measure progress with stress. You simply live it, explore it, enjoy it. And without noticing, curiosity carries you toward fluency. Curiosity gives fire, but even fire can burn out without direction. Many learners chase new methods endlessly. They jump from app to app, video to video, book to book. They feel busy, but their progress is slow. The missing piece is vision. Vision is the picture of your future self. Without it, practice feels endless. With it, every step feels connected. Harvard students carry vision with them. They know why they study. They imagine the life waiting on the other side of effort. What is your vision? Maybe it's working abroad. Maybe it's speaking confidently in meetings. Maybe it's traveling without fear. Maybe it's simply enjoying movies without subtitles. Whatever it is, write it down. Make it visible daily. Your vision must be specific. Don't just say, I want to be fluent. Say, I want to hold a 15-minute conversation without freezing. Don't just say, I want English for work. Say, I want to lead a presentation for my team. Once written, break it into steps. Big visions scare the brain, but small goals encourage it. If your vision is a long conversation, your first step is 5 minutes. If it's a presentation, your first step is one clear paragraph spoken aloud. Celebrate each step. Don't wait for the final victory. Each small success is part of the dream already. Harvard students don't chase only the diploma. They celebrate each paper finished, each concept understood, each skill gained. Keep your vision alive with reminders. A picture on the wall, a phrase on your phone, a journal entry repeated daily. The brain forgets dreams quickly if they stay silent. But if they appear often, they become part of identity. Talk about your vision with others. Share it with a friend. Say it aloud in the mirror. The more you declare it, the stronger it becomes. Words are not just communication. They are anchors. Each time you speak them, belief deepens. Vision also protects against doubt. On hard days, you'll ask, why am I doing this? Your answer must be ready. That answer is your vision. Without it, you stop. With it, you continue. Vision turns temporary pain into meaningful struggle. But vision is not only future. It is also present. Ask yourself, how can I live a small piece of this dream today? If your vision is travel, watch a vlog and repeat phrases. If it's work, write an email draft in English. Live the dream early. This habit builds momentum. Each day you taste your future. Each day you prove it's possible. Vision becomes reality step by step. You don't wait until someday. You bring someday into today, and today shapes your tomorrow. With vision guiding you, English is no longer just study. It becomes a path toward the person you want to be. And when every lesson connects to that path, you no longer fight for motivation. You are pulled forward by your own future. Vision pulls you forward, but storms still come. There will be days of doubt, days of failure, days you feel stuck. Most learners quit here. They think difficulty means weakness. But top learners know, struggle is not the end. It is the doorway. Every skill demands a price. Muscles ache before strength. Silence comes before speech. Confusion comes before clarity. If you expect fluency without discomfort, you will give up. But if you accept struggle as natural, you will endure. Harvard students face heavy workloads, endless exams, sleepless nights. Yet they keep going because they expect challenge. They don't ask, why is this hard? They ask, how will I grow from this? The question changes everything. You can practice the same. When you feel tired, say, this is training. When you make mistakes, say, this is practice. When you feel stuck, say, this is part of the process. Language is not built in comfort. It is built in resistance. Think of metal. Fire shapes it. Pressure strengthens it. You are the same. Each difficult conversation, each forgotten word, each awkward pause, these are your fire and pressure. They are shaping you into a stronger version of yourself. But struggle is not only endured. It can be designed. Push yourself with small challenges. Speak to a stranger once a week. Record a video and share it. Join a group discussion. These are risks, but they create growth faster than safety. Don't confuse pain with progress. Pain without purpose is suffering, but pain with purpose is transformation. The difference is vision. If you know why you struggle, the weight feels lighter. The mountain feels climbable. The journey feels alive. Keep a struggle diary. Write down the hardest moment of your week, then write how you faced it. Over months, you will see proof. What once broke you now feels small. This record turns pain into pride, failure into fuel. Surround yourself with people who remind you that struggle is normal. Alone, you may think you're failing. Together, You see everyone climbing the same hill. Community transforms isolation into shared courage, and shared courage lasts longer. When you feel the urge to quit, pause. Don't decide in the storm. Rest, breathe, return tomorrow. Often the breakthrough hides just behind the hardest moment. If you keep walking, you will reach it. If you stop, you never will. Struggle is not the opposite of fluency. It is the path to fluency. Each awkward word, each heavy session, each day of doubt is a stone on the road. Collect enough stones, and they build the bridge across your fear. And when you cross that bridge, you realize fluency was never just language. It was the strength you built in yourself. English becomes not only communication, but proof that you can endure, adapt, and rise stronger than before. After the storm of struggle comes transformation. One day, without warning, you notice something new. You speak a sentence smoothly. You understand a fast reply. You laugh in English without translation. This is the quiet reward of persistence. Transformation is not sudden magic. It grows slowly, like dawn breaking after night. At first, only a small glow appears. Then light spreads. Then the whole sky changes. Fluency arrives in the same way. Invisible at first, undeniable later. This change affects more than words. It reshapes your identity. You stop calling yourself a learner. You begin to feel like a speaker. That shift is powerful. Identity drives action. Once you believe you are a speaker, you act like one. Confidence rises too. Not fake confidence, but earned. Each sentence spoken, each mistake survived, each hour practiced becomes evidence. Evidence builds belief. And belief makes you brave enough to take bigger steps into the language. Others will notice. Friends may say, "Your English sounds different." Strangers may respond without slowing down. Small comments like these are milestones. They show the world now sees what you already feel inside, growth. Transformation also expands possibilities. With stronger English, you can apply for new jobs, join global conversations, travel with less fear, build friendships across cultures. Language opens doors, and each door leads to another room. But the deepest transformation is private. It is the quiet moment when you realize, I didn't freeze. I didn't doubt. I just spoke. That freedom is bigger than grammar or vocabulary. It is the freedom to be yourself in another language. Top learners cherish these moments. They don't chase perfection. They celebrate progress. They know fluency is not about speaking without error. It is about speaking without fear. Mistakes become background noise, not walls. You will still face challenges. Hard words will still confuse you. Fast talkers will still push you. But now you meet these moments differently. Not as proof of failure, but as opportunities for growth. Your mindset has changed completely. This transformation is not only about English. It reflects everywhere. If you can build fluency, you can build fitness. If you can survive mistakes, you can survive setbacks. Language becomes proof that growth is possible in any area. Celebrate this stage. Write down your victories. Record your fluent moments. Share your story with others. By telling it, you inspire them, and you remind yourself how far you've come. Gratitude strengthens transformation into permanence. And from here, the journey doesn't end. Fluency is not a finish line. It is a lifestyle. Each day you continue, English becomes more natural, more joyful, more alive. What began as study has now become a second home inside you. You have walked through the entire journey. From mornings shaped with focus, to deep study blocks, to living English daily, to opening your voice, to building memory, balance, energy, and consistency. Each step has carried you forward. Along the way, you've learned that fluency is not luck. It is not magic. It is not reserved for the talented or the rich. It is built, patiently and deliberately by habits. Habits practiced daily with courage, clarity, and persistence. You've seen that mistakes are not enemies. They are teachers. That fear is not proof of weakness. It is proof of growth. That struggle is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that change is happening deep inside you, shaping a stronger self. You've discovered that English is not only grammar and vocabulary. It is identity, confidence, connection. It is the ability to think, to feel, to share in another voice. It expands not only your opportunities, but also your sense of who you are. And perhaps the greatest lesson is this: you do not need Harvard to study like Harvard. You only need structure, intention, and belief. The same tools used by the best students in the world are now in your hands. They belong to you. So what comes next? Not perfection, but practice. Not one giant leap, but small, steady steps. Each morning you wake and choose English. Each session you focus fully. Each thought you shape in this language brings you closer to mastery. Remember, fluency is not measured by the number of words you know, but by the number of fears you overcome. Every time you speak despite doubt, you grow. Every time you listen despite confusion, you grow. Growth is the real goal. Let English be more than a subject. Let it be a companion. Let it color your routines, your conversations, your dreams. The more it lives with you, the less it feels foreign. The less it feels foreign, the more it becomes part of you. Your journey will continue beyond this video. Some days will feel easy, some will feel heavy, but every day matters. Each one writes another line in your story, and one day, you will look back and see not study, but transformation. Now the question is yours. Will you let English remain a wish, or will you make it a daily part of your life? The choice is not about talent or chance. It is about decision. And the best time to decide is always today. If this message spoke to you, let your voice answer back. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me your vision. Tell me your struggle. Tell me your progress. Your words may inspire someone else who needed courage today. And if you're ready to keep walking this path with me, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and join this community. Because your journey is not alone. Together, we will grow. Together, we will speak. And together, we will win.